We are a peaceful people. Struggle is we struggle, and we don't look for trouble. Just ask around. But when outside faces from foreign places talk about taking over, we ain't backing down. We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one caress, not a blade of grass. This land is all I know. We gonna make it somehow. We will bend like a bow and never break. Our fathers came here, and they lived and died here, and we ain't moving nowhere. Make no mistake, 'cause we ain't giving up no mountain, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one grass, not a blade of grass. We love the open country of the Rupununi and the S3E18.
Welcome, folks. Welcome to our international podcast. We're loaded about Who Vex Lose? Who Vex Lose already? Folks, it's already August 24th. The time is rushing by so fast. We just started July. It's already August 24th. We're outside. Let us know if you're hearing us loud and clear. And Sing and Simone Hooper, Magdal Barrow, Sharima Apple. Let us know if you're hearing us, Donna Simon. Where technicians are today? Magiso? You're going to do these fancy names. Magiso Dean. Good afternoon to you. Magiso Dean and Ayabo Natasha Congraves. Person of interest, folks. It's Wednesday. It's a person of interest day. Rondell Bacchus is a person of interest today. How are you all doing out there, folks? How are you beautiful, lovely people doing out there? How are you all doing? How we at? Good to have each and every one of you with us, good folks. Good to have you here with us. What's the weather like where you are? What's for lunch? That's the most important thing. That's the most important thing, folks. Ayabo, thank you for that. Technician Ayabo, Natasha Congraves, you're on duty. I'm happy to see you on duty. June Gilbert, Nicola Daniels, Simone Hooper said, we good. I love that, Simone. I love that you're good. Good to have each and every one of you here, wherever you're joining us from around the world. Beautiful people, wherever you're joining us from around the world, it's great to have you here with us. Happy that you folks are here with us. Would have it no other way, guys. Would have it no other way. Pace and power, that's what we're saying. Pace and power. Good to have you folks here. I see Ulumbu. Fancy name, Ulumbu Innes. Says it's beautiful in New York. Ulumbu Innes says it's beautiful in New York. Uvex, take it up with Ulumbu. Yep. What's the weather where you are, good folks? What is for lunch? That's what I'm most interested in. I got a little stew chicken waiting at me home. The old girl prepare it. My wife hear me. The old girl. Folks, weather.com is telling us where we are, national capital city, in Georgetown. They're telling us it's 28 degrees outside. 28 degrees, but it feels like 32. It feels like 42 to me. It feels like 32 according to weather.com, and there's an 11% chance it's going to rain. There's an 11% chance, folks, that it's going to rain. So prep for that. Mimi Hendricks and Tessa Griffith. Handy in the lead in the jeep. I see Magiko. Can't get some simple names like Sue. Ingrid King. Altia Garnett. Good to have you folks. Person of interest, guys. Our person of interest. Mr. Rondell Bacchus, you know, he's become a key figure in the imbroglio, is that what they call it? The scandal He figured the debacle. Yep. That engulfs the Guyana police force currently. It is what it is. We're just trying to make some sense of it. Debbie Gibbs, I see you there. Debbie's watching us from France. Folks from France. And if Debbie's right, is it 510? 800 hours as well. Help me out here. 14 is 4, 5 is 16, 17 is, tell me, 7, 8 o'clock? Help me out. You know we need numbers. Lola Greenwich, 1800 hours. Tell me the quick number, man. Shucks. Elizabeth Williams, how you doing? 6 p.m. Lovely. You see? Bagiko, you here for something. Bagiko Dean, you here for something. Right? Aisha Muhammad, good to see you there. I expected Elizabeth Williams to bring the one to me quick. You see, you think some people got your back. Thank you, Roshana and Muslim, like everybody with fancy name on in the life today. Everybody with a fancy name on. Right? Muslim and Roshana, John Jones, Rachel, Sandrine, Bridget Campbell. Bridget Campbell is here. Claudette Pavel Lewis. Good to have you folks. I wonder where you are. Yamming for lunch. Debbie Gibbs. What you all having for lunch? Faithfully is watching us from Suriname. Yep. Faithfully watching us. Robin Simon is here and Cherry Baskin. Greenwich, Cherry's out here. Outside. So come inside, man. Open the door for you just now. Charlene, Juice Tendry. Good to have you, Sherry and Charlene, Cherry and Charlene, Claudette and Veronica Hazel Prince. First price. Veronica Hazel Patrice. Yeah, every naming people too. All by myself. We're naming folks. Folks, weather.com is telling us it's 28 degrees outside, but it's 32. It feels like 32. They say it feels like 32. What's happening where you are, Paulette and Brenda Braffett? Deshaun Alexander. How things by you all now? Do let us know. Don't keep it all to yourself. Do let us know how things are where you folks are joining us from. Such a beautiful day to be outside. Heat notwithstanding, it's a very good day to be outside. Yep. Any good day is a good day to be outside. Yep. So quite a few things we're picking up today, folks. We'll start with some minor issues and then we head into the main one we want to touch base with you on. Let us know. I think like we're going to accept a couple of things. I don't know. Let's see how it goes. But the leader of the opposition, let's start here. The leader of the opposition, he got some questions about the preliminary voters list having 684,000 people on it. That don't strike us at all. Isn't that the population that we got? Somewhere there about everybody in this country the voters list. There's even my little 2-year-old son on the voters list. Folks, they've opened the period of claims and objections. I hope you guys are making the best of that. Make your claims and your objections. State your claims. Make your objections. I hope you guys are going to head out to where the list is posted in the area. And if you got claims to be made and objections to be stated, you highlight this. We hope you highlight whatever it is. You all know such a dead people. You know, X, dead and gone, he's still on the list. You gotta make an objection. You know, some people in your community during the course of the election, you see their name take off on that voters list, the eligible voters list that are put in the ballot box. But you know the person died. Now is the time. Make your objections. We know them boys in there said they like the dead though. Here fun waking up thinking about doing a live from the burial ground. I see like the other one, the bishop, like you are moving. They said 4-lane road now coming through the cemetery. Them boys like the dead. Them boys like the dead. Make no mistake. They like the dead. Beatrice Selby, Bantu King, and Dave, Claude Bobby Lewis, Alana Tang, and Sing. Norton having it. Norton is not having it. With a list size. This list size that is over 684. I'll never find something little wrong with that. You'll find something little wrong with that. Huh? Every man, woman, and child on this list. He said there is red flags. That's what Norton's saying. It's raising some red flags. Red flags. Yep. Must raise red flags. What kind of grassmatics is this here now? What kind of grassmatics? Every person in this country? Something wrong there. Nothing irregular with the list. Nothing not regular with the list. So why are we following that, folks? We're being made to understand that the CEO, of GCOM, you know the fella, I know the fella, we all know the fella. The CEO says that he has to review. He plans to review, or there's a review plan. We know plan in there somewhere. Review the proposed date. Right? The readiness for local government elections. That's according to the chief elections officer, the CEO. Yep. Got to review. They're being very pedestrian in this. You know, they really want local government election. And Wilbur, let me call it as it is, Gwen and Anderson, they really, really, really want local government elections. Right? They really want it. Vishnu Prasadan really, really want local government elections. Them boys ain't doing too nice in the communities, you know. These elections are already overdue, folks, if you've been following. They're already overdue, and as we said early on, they've now opened the period of claims and objections, and you got to utilize that. You got to utilize that. If you're there right there, you see things in regular, you got to say something. You know some names on the list in regular: Loretta Argyle, Sharika Phillips, Sukhchan Sudhari, Maybor King. We got to say something. Something got to be said, folks. Something's got to be said. So I think it's just Vishnu kind of just mama guy in here. Trying to buy some time from them boys. Yep. Sharika, Loretta, Jamal Aziz, Sukhchan, Sudhari, Wilfred McCanny. Good to have you, folks. So we're watching this one. We're watching this one because we need to have local government elections. We got to give back power in this country to the people. Give it back to the people. We got to give it back. Who's going to do it for us? Folks, the change we've been waiting on, it begins with us. Always sit down and think somebody coming to rescue us. Sit down and think. Them boys coming from foreign. Sit down and think that. We're the change we've been looking for, good folks. Nobody ain't coming to rescue us. You got to rescue your own self. And so we're going to continue to follow that, folks. Rescue our own selves. That's what we got to do. We got to rescue our own selves. Yep. It's not going to happen any other way. We're following, folks, some flooding that's happening in Kaikan in Region 7. We're following that. And they're telling us that over 45 households in Kaikan. Mm, mm-mm. The folks in Kaikan need some help, guys. They need some help. They need some help. They need some help. And it would seem that the flooding always catches us by surprise. Why is that, Bantu King? Marlon Thomas? Why do you think always catching us by surprise? The flooding and so on. Always catching us by surprise. We ain't being proactive in any way. Them boys, not being proactive. We had the floods just about a year ago, and like they've learned nothing from that entire process. They've learned nothing. When we can get it right? You can't even deal with a little flood in Region 7. Kokwani, Region 10. Can't even deal with a little flood in there. And then boys won't come round real funny. And trying to talk to us about Silica City. Look, take a seat. Yep. Can't even rectify what's happening in Kokwani. Can't even rectify what's happening in Kaikan. Yeah, I'm gonna build a whole new city. Father have his mercies. Father have his mercies. You hear some nonsense out there. Yeah. Yeah. Not even qualified to run a corner shop. Whole city one bill. Cha. Tall. As the Antiguans would say, tall. Come around with funny. Last couple of things we're following, folks, on that front. I ain't want to pretend the IDB ain't talking about what's happening in the healthcare system in this country. I don't want to pretend. I ain't want to pretend. They ain't telling us that you got water running at some hospitals. It's what Sheikh Bash doing, man. Like people in this country earning the salary under false pretense. What's happening in this place? Stacey Bradford, Audrey Ward, Nicola Daniels. What's happening in this place? Marilyn Thomas. We're going down. In this 2x4 we call a country. It's frightening, folks. It is frightening to see what's taking place in our beloved country of Ghana. Beloved. Frightening to see what's taking place. We can hardly manage what we got. Them boys want to give me more problems. You hear buildings falling down, roads caving in. Wow. That's all I got to say. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So quite a few things we're tracking. Quite a few things we're following. And as we get more information, good people, Dave Jurel and I see Veronica Hazel Petrie. Good to have you folks. Great to have you folks, as a matter of fact. So happy that you guys are here. Share the live for us, folks. Smash that emoji button as well. Smash that emoji button as well. And we're still following, guys. We're still following the fact that this gentleman was killed quite recently who returned home, married the girl of his dreams. Didn't end too well for him at all. Returning home from Georgetown quite recently. The couple rather, they would have been married on the Hindu rite, the report tells us, over the weekend. And the couple were returning from Georgetown just yesterday after doing the paperwork to make it official. When they got into this horrific accident at on Bath Road. And of course, our thoughts and prayers go to the family of Bishandore. Thoughts and prayers go to him, his friends, family, loved ones, and all the folks who knew and loved him. They're telling us, I don't know if her status has changed, but his wife was in critical condition as a result of that accident. Bashan Dore wasn't so lucky, even. Our thoughts and prayers go out to that family, guys. So much happening in this country. So much happening. So many things happening. And that's one we're following. We're hearing too, a young lady from Region 6, 13 years old, she alleged raped by a neighbor. Part of what we're tracking at this hour, just 13 years old. There are some big people just wicked. Some big people just wicked. The Region 6, 13-year-old raped by a neighbor. At all. We ain't having it at all, good people. Naz Yan, Station Store, Andrew Griffith, Spectator. We ain't having it. 13 years of young start living your life. The trauma. And they're telling us she knew the man in his late 50s, according to the report, the allegation. The suspect, who's a taxi driver, is known to the child. Father, come for your world. Father, come for your world. Late 50s. Late 50s, unknown to the victim. Wow. Y'all think y'all can take on the headlines in this country on a daily basis like this? You understand when people say they're fed up? What I mean? Lord have his mercies. Lord have his mercies. So many things we're trying to grapple with, good folks. So many things we're trying to grapple with. So many things we're trying to grapple with. But we're happy you folks are here with us, Alana Tang, Brenda Bradford, Robbie Leander, Sandrine Beard, and all the other beautiful, fantastic folks out there. Folks, y'all must come help us host these programs now. Y'all know more than what's happening, about what's happening out there than we do. Y'all must come around and help you out there, man. Come around and give you a brace. But we're following this debacle surrounding Dion Bascom, Sergeant Dion Bascom of the Ghana Police Force, who's alleging that the hierarchy, members of the hierarchy of the Ghana Police Force, what a thing. It's tetting us, folks. It's tetting us. That's what we're following. And we've been keeping you folks posted in terms of the timeline and the signposts. This thing's so big, it got its own name now. Laverne Lincoln, the story's so big. It's like a reality show. Ian Williams I hope the international community watching. And I know you folks are going to share the live and smash that emoji button. The thing's so big, you got the airtime now. You got your own show. And now we're doing this. We're doing the stating the facts. Everybody ain't gonna like me stating the facts, but this is where we are. It's where we're there. This is the Ghana police force. You know, they got a few officers in the Ghana police force. Good officers. A few good ones. And I'm begging them, don't allow yourself to be tainted. Don't allow yourself to become smelly by the pungent odor emanating from the force. Somebody said name it cesspool. But it's a show. You got characters, main and supporting roles. And we told you when this whole saga, fiasco, this whole pocketory, we told you how it started. August 8th, that arrest of Sergeant Dion Bascom. By August 11th, Facebook Live, several damning allegations. By August 12th, folks, Punai and Punai, on behalf of those persons named in that allegation that was made by Dion Bascom, writes to him, right, to retract, apologize, or else. August 13, Mohammed's came out. Mohammed's enterprise came out, distancing themselves from the allegation. By August 13, not a Facebook Live from Dion Bascom. He said, I stand by my words. I stand by what I said. And then you had the Ghana press, the Ghana police force press conference. Again, they're begging them, don't do it again. Jack Dio run out. Jack Dio run out, folks. He ain't condoning illegal acts. By Tamish Jack Mohan and Azruddin Mohammed and Roger Khan, he's not condoning any criminal acts. The very man who should be investigated right now. And then Rondell Bacchus, who said quite a number of things about Dion Bascom. And he has become, I don't know, how do you describe him, folks? He said Dion Bascom took him into CID and that it was a plot to frame him for the murder of Ricardo Fagundes, Paper Shots. Paper Shots family calling for justice, saying they believe what Mr. Dion Bascom has said. Such a thing, folks. Just such a thing. Such a thing. Such a thing. Just to give you some signposts, what's been happening to bring you up to speed, especially those folks who are not familiar. The folks who might be not familiar with what's transpiring. Right? And very early, I don't have a sense yet. I haven't heard that the DPP's office finished this investigation that was submitted to them. But the Commissioner of Police, Clifton Hickens, he came out and he said that the public statements by Dion Bascom has been wholly unsubstantiated. Wholly unsubstantiated. That was August 17th. Wholly unsubstantiated. And I thought just might have to do an investigation or so on, to come to that deduction. You got to do some actual police work. to come to that kind of a conclusion. Mm-mm. We're different. Wholly unsubstantiated allegations. And the investigation ain't even start yet. As a matter of fact, we have an update we're going to bring to you a little later on. The investigations have not even started yet, you know. Them boys say, ting. Right? Ting. The allegations are unsubstantiated. And up to when John Bascom and his attorney had a press conference, the police had not reached out to him as yet. So lots of things happening, folks. Lots of things happening. Unsubstantiated, the Commissioner of Police said. Then Jack Joe run out. You know everything. He named always calling anything of decadence and decay, pocket touring confusion powder. Name gonna call. And some of the folks who were identified in the allegations made by Dion Bascom, calling them by name. Jack Joseph, Tamish Jack Mohan, and Azruddin Mohammed, and the rest of them. Y'all are busy making money. All you gonna make me party look thin. You're not gonna make our party look thin. That's what the fella said. You ain't gonna make the party look thin. This seemed like a fallout among friends to me. Looks like a fallout among friends to us. Yep. That's how we take it, as a fallout among friends. That's how we take it. Hear from the fella himself. If you haven't seen it before, you're going to see it now. Hear from the fella himself. This is press conferences last Friday. That's the time stamp on it.
Tamish Jack Mohan, Azruddin Mohammed, and Roger. Tamish Jack Mohan, Azruddin Mohammed, and Roger Khan. Roger Khan was abroad, and the two others were busy making money too. They were working, making money. Their concerns do not preoccupy me at night. Their concerns, the concerns of ordinary people and the people we looked at in their faces, people of every race, every walk of life, those are the ones that drive us to work hard every single day to change this country, not the concerns of these individuals. The People's Progressive Party will not condone any illegal act on the part of any of those individuals that I mentioned, or others for that matter. People have to face consequences for their action, whatever their action is. And that is where we stand today.
Yep. That's how that went down at that end. We ain't condoning illegal acts. Well, y'all know how we feel about that. And then y'all other boy came next. Right? Simultaneously, when the Ghana Police Force had their press conference, statement was put out from T. Mohammed. It's assumed to be that of Azruddin Mohammed. He said, I want to focus on a gold dealer who is also a competitor. One who cannot live with himself and whose primary objective is to create mischief. This so-called gold dealer happens to be a close friend of the detective who recently came out with some damning revelations about cover-up cover up evidence in the murder of our friend, in the murder of a friend of ours. Murder of a friend of ours. And then a person of interest. Not to be left out. Or a person of interest. You know, when you're doing a show like this, you got so many characters. You got so many characters. You're hard pressed. Who can be the person of interest? And since it was Rondell Bacchus that took the investigation to another level after Dion Bascom's initial statements, we thought it's only fair. Yep. It's only fair. It's only fair that things go a certain way. And so this is our person of interest. We'd love to hear from you. We'd love to hear from you. Why not send us a voice note if you please, and we're gonna try to pull it in to the broadcast. Let's hear some of your thoughts on the issue. Can't wait till Friday to have you say. Send us a voice note. Mr. Presented, I see Sadie DB says in the comments here, Mr. Presented, who present who to the police? Is it lawyers? Bascom? Who present who? And then himself making quite a few damning allegations against Mr. Bascom. And I think I saw some comments recently, want to update you on that, attributed to Mr. Nigel Hughes. On some of the statements that have emanated from Mr. Bacchus of recent. Right? Of recent. So we're gonna touch on that too. We're gonna touch on that. But here is some of what Mr. Bacchus had to say about the man who goes by his house and eat. Right? The man that's come by your house and eat, according to him. Man is go by your house and eat your food. Your friend is known to the family. Right? But a lot of things are being said now. We just put it out there. You judge. You all decide who is who. And what is what. Quite a few things he had to say. Quite a few things. You judge and make up your mind. And then we're going to come back and we're going to update you guys with where we are today as we begin season 2. As we begin season 2. I'd love to get a couple of your voice notes on this issue. Don't overload us, 10 minutes you're talking. Don't overload us.
My name is Rondell Bacchus, and I want to make it clear that I'm not an informer for anyone.
Apologies there.
My name is Rondell Bacchus, and I want to make it clear that I'm not an informer for anyone, much less a corrupted cop, such as Sergeant Bascom. Sergeant Bascom was a regular visitor at my home, whereby he would join me for a meal, and he would sit down and tell me certain illegal things, what he was doing while he was conducting his duty as a police officer. I did call Sergeant Bascom to take me to Ivleary because a bulletin was issued for me, but it's my lawyer that present me to CID and stood by my side right through all the time. I am very angry, Sergeant Bascom, labeling me as an informer because I would never be an informer for you nor nobody knowing the things that you be going on with as a police officer. I am very angry, Sergeant Bascom, calling me an informer because I'm not an informer for he nor anybody else. I am doing this Facebook post because I feel the truth must be heard because Bascom is a very corrupted cop. I am an ex-prisoner, I'm not no stranger to the police, and now I'm living a good life. I was released from prison in 2019 for good behavior. I am really annoyed over the last week. Sergeant Bascom is trying to destroy my life and the reputation of the Guyana Police Force. Sergeant Bascom is a dangerous and dishonest police officer, and he should be in jail today. I does not trust him, and he's not a police officer to be trusted. Sergeant Bascom confessed to me and tell me a lot of things.
Yep. And I did tell you. We saw some comments attributed to Mr. Nigel Hughes, who said some of the very things that Mr. Bacchus said demands its own probe and investigation. These lot of things and such and so forth demands his own commission of inquiry based on some of the things that were said here. Demands its own inquiry. Good folks. Don't know if you guys feel the same way. But he said some of these things demand their own inquiry. Huh? And like I want to feel so. Like I want to feel so. Folks, I might have to switch my audio just to bring in your views, which I want to do. So you'll forgive me if I'm interrupted for a second or so. And I'll tell you when. But I think I want to be able to bring in your audio very clear. So I'll tell you when. But a lot of stuff happening here. A lot of stuff. You understand why this is a person of interest? The thing juicy, folks. The thing is juicy. And you're going to give us a second and we're going to tell you. A lot of stuff happening. And I'm going to have those voice notes for you guys in just a second. So bear with me a second, folks. 1 second. Let's see if we get this. We get it right? I want to bring in the audio very, 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 very clear. And if I switch some stuff around at the back end, it might help us to do that. So forgive me. Lots of stuff happening. Fast-moving events, folks, on the ground. We're trying to keep you guys appraised. Jenny's Lashley, good to see you. Vanessa De Silva. And all the other guys. Yep. We're going to switch things around very quickly and then be right with you guys. Yeah. We're going to switch things around now. Let me know if you can hear me, guys. Let me know if you can hear us. Just trying to get the audio correct.
We are a peaceful people. Struggle is we struggle.
Let us know if you can hear me.
Look for trouble.
Just want to get the audio clear.
But when outside faces from foreign places talk about taking over, we empire.
How we sounding, folks? You hearing us? Tell us if you're hearing us.
We ain't giving up no mountains. We ain't giving up no tree. We ain't giving up no river. That belongs to we. Not one blue sake. Not one rice grain. Not one caress. Not a blade of grass.
All right, folks. If we can hear. Great.
We gonna make it somehow. We will bend like a bow and never break.
We hear still, folks. We hear still. Bringing in the audio for you. With the folks who've made some contribution on the issue at hand. Person of interest. Yes. All right. Let me see if we have the first one.
We ain't giving up no mountain. We ain't giving up no tree. We ain't giving up no river. That belongs to we.
And let us know if you can hear our contributors clear as well.
Not one caress. Not a blade of grass. We love the open country of the Rubununi and the S3E18.
All right, we're going to have you in just a second.
Though we may criticize it, this is how we love it, and we need to keep it. We have that right, so we ain't giving up no mountain. We ain't giving up no.
Yep. This today.
Hi, Sharon Morning. This is the dental school. This man I take my son.
All right, not that one apparently. All right.
Bacchus, I think he should be in jail.
Let's know if you're hearing our
He's
contributor.
not credible. He is just a goddamn liar. And what I want to know, why didn't he go back to Travis Chase to do another press conference or whatever you want to call it instead of going to Big Smith? What is he trying to do to people at all? He's so liar, and I don't believe one word of what he is saying. He already said the truth from the beginning, and that is the truth. And once you're a thief and a liar, you're going to always be that, because my father used to tell me a liar is a thief, and a thief is a murderer.
Mm-hmm.
So let Bacchus relax himself and stay in the car now, and he need to let his lawyer counsel him and tell him when to talk and when not to talk. He needs to shut up and take his stipend with Blanham the Penny and relax himself and stop lying and trying to make Bascom seems as though he's a liar. I'm not saying that Bascom is innocent, but I don't trust anything that Bacchus is saying. I believe everything that Mr. Bascom is saying. So let Bacchus relax himself.
Chisel Chipper, thank you.
That is what I have to say. I don't believe nothing he's saying. Also, suddenly you come back and retracting your statement. Come on, please. You need to get out of the place. This guy is just upsetting me. I don't even want to hear him. I don't know why you don't stop playing that thing, because he's just upsetting me.
Marlon, I hear you, Marlon. I hear you. We have another contributor.
Good afternoon, Mr. Sherrod. If how he know now that the man is not honest and not to be trusted, why did he call the man to take him to the station? Why did he, when they had the police bulletin out for him, why did he call the fellow to take him in?
I've heard people ask that question. You didn't trust he, right? He was all these things, but you call he first. You call he first. We've heard that before. We've heard that. Right? We've heard that. Very valid. Very valid.
And Bacchus,
Do I have it right? Let me make sure I get it right.
his own words, he said prisoners would,
Hold on.
in Bacchus' own words, he said prisoners would sell you out for a cigarette. I wonder how much he sell out Bascom for this time.
Wow. 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 Don? Don, very strong views there, Don. Very strong views. Lyndon, rock and come in, Lyndon.
Yeah. Tell Bacchus, the fourth ward stand in court. I'm in Miami working right now. Tell him the fourth ward stands in court. And all the law professionals them to do that.
Yep. I hear you, Don. I hear you. Don is working in Miami, folks. Earning the big bucks. Thanks for coming through. Thanks for coming through. Yep.
Good day, Sherrod. Good day, all listeners. Sherrod, this matter that's going on in Guyana now, it's a matter that should be investigated by the FBI, the CIA, and all those agencies from the ABC countries. We don't need no RSS or the RASS, however it is. They're not capable of doing it, and they will be compromised because they came here for election and they were compromised. And they went away saying that, and they made it plain that the top brass of the Ghana police force wasn't cooperating with them, and that the police force has the capability of investigating. And I don't have trust in those investigating ranks from the other CARICOM countries because they have their own corruption to deal with it and they can't deal with it. But I'm not saying that Bascom may be the cleanest policeman about anything, because if you're working under your boss, Mr. Caesar, and you blame he's corrupt, it means that you have to do corrupt things to please him. And I agree. But then being a whistleblower, it can lead to a lot of things. And why they don't want these people is because it would lead so far that it might lead into the head of state of this country. Because if Mr. Mohammed lends the state, because then the First Lady vehicles, and then all these things, Roger Khan was part of Jack Joe's regime, and he's out and he's living free. Jack Mohan donating to the Guyana Police Force, all these people, and then Mr. Richmond is part of Mr. Mohammed. It will lead big, and a lot of policemen, a lot of cases will be practically open. So I'm thinking, come on, let's get it on to season 2, man. Bring in the FBI and the mountain police and all those people from those nations. Let them come in as a team and they deal with it. And then let Guyanese rest properly. Who's to go to jail, go to jail. Who's to pay back, pay back. Thank you very much.
Thanks for coming through. Thanks for coming through there.
Good afternoon, Sherrod and listeners. I think that the whole fiasco with the members of the Guyana Police Force and others is quite a disgrace. The members of the police force, the ones in higher positions, should make more of a concerted effort to clear up all the information out in the public at the moment. It's a disgrace. Who is supposed to represent the people of Guyana if their names are calling in these things? It's a disgrace, Sherrod, real thing. And added to that, I think that involving the regional police is not a good idea at all. We all know what happened the last time when the regional police had anything to do with stuff, right? So this whole thing is a mess. And for
one big mess
to talk about not condoning acts, well, the public already knows what is the situation with that. It's all a mess, and it's a bad reflection on Guyana, the Guyana Police Force, and Guyanese in general, because the next thing you know, every time a Guyanese have to leave this country to go somewhere, people are going to be looking at them funny, disrespecting them, and all that comes with that. It's a mess. Another thing, Sherrod, this Bacchus fella,
He's only trying to cover himself. That's all it is. The mere fact that a man could confide in you with certain things, and because he has identified you, you are now speaking about it, it means that he is weak
Mm-hmm.
and he was part and parcel of all that was going on.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
see all of this as an effort to discredit the statements made by Bascom. That's all it is. He's trying to save himself. But for the likes of me, I don't understand why they all talking now. They should have been speaking up from the inception, and they're all part of it. Nothing has changed. The truth is out there, and the facts are out there. There's nothing they can do to change what was said in the public.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Marilyn. Thank you. Thank you. Yep. 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 The views of the people.
You know what? Shame on the Guyana police force. Shame on the Guyana government. And most of all, shame on the Guyanese citizen. You know why? Because everything that is happening to them, they allow it to happen. Everybody just come on social media. Everybody just talk for 2 days, and these people keep doing as they please. The whole top of the police force with all these allegations, they were supposed to be either put on desk duty, be suspended, either put in the resignation or whatever. But guess what? It's all still dandy and nice with everybody. Everybody just whispering, talking, making phone calls, sending a sort of stupid WhatsApp message and whatever. And nobody's demanding anything. Nobody's demanding anything. But guess what? I raking back as you said, oh, get your chips and your popcorn and your soda and whatever, and leave all who was abroad and who was busy making money. Because guess what? We don't know how them is roll. We don't know how this roll. The only thing I hope that I don't take out the sergeant. Well, the other one, enjoy your day.
Some of y'all know you're able, you know. Some of y'all know you're able. Thank you for coming through with that bit, folks. And we may have a couple other pieces for you guys. A couple other contributions. That is. Let's see if we have them. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We're gonna tell y'all. Rock and come in, Rock.
Hi, Sherwood. Good day. I just want to make a comment. Now, we all know, and we all gonna see. This is only one evidence that's coming out of the Guyana police force. We all know under Hickens' commandment, the whole force is corrupt. We all know from Tabras right down. Why you feel Ali put him there? Because all of them in corruption. You understand? As long the PPP in office, all of them corrupt. And they got the whole nation corrupt. You understand? All the ministries corrupt. The whole entire PPP is a corruption party. You understand? So we all agree and we all know. So what Boston coming out with and what Bacchus coming out with, we all know going on all the time. You understand? And all those debt, what was unsolved, one thing we all know is a cover up and people get paid to keep them mouth shut. So it's not no surprise to us. Who might be surprised? It's not nothing strange. But people like me and white people all know the Guyana police force and the Hickens so corrupt and incompetent. Thank you.
You know, the former president, thank you, my brother. The former president, His Excellency David Arthur Granger, when he was appointing a commissioner of police, he said he wanted an incorruptible commissioner of police. And the police force looked for a time as though it was heading in a certain direction. It was an upward trajectory. I don't know now at all. Glorious, Rock and come in.
Sherrod, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
If the top ranking officers in the police force are liars and scams, then we don't have a force.
Mm-hmm. In a bad way.
We have to get them out and train new people and just, I don't know, probably throw them down Kaichur Falls. Throw them down Kaichur Falls so they will never return with a liarness. They are the one who supposed to protect us, and they're lying to the nation. And they got the vice president stammering and stuttering and fumbling for words. And twice now this man get caught and in this kind of act, and nobody is doing anything about that. Sherrod, Mr. Rondell Bacchus needs to relax because he cannot make one statement and then suddenly change it. You got to be sure of what he's doing. Thank you. That's my contribution.
Thank you as well. Thank you as well. Thank you as well. Yep, yep, yep. Lots of strong views, folks. Lots of very strong views outside. Lots of strong views. Let's have another one. Let's have another one.
Yeah, good afternoon,
Good
Sherrod.
afternoon.
This thing with Boscom and Bacchus, I think Bacchus got a lot of information about that murder. You understand? Because in the interview, he keeps saying, if I going down, a lot of people going down with me. I mean, going down just like though. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Which means I believe he has knowledge about the murder of paper shards. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Why would he be working at the hour on a building, destroying, trying to accumulate wood at that hour when the man was killed? Why would he be working on a building at that hour? You understand? So, like I said, this is just my thing. I listened to him on the interview that he made. You understand? He came back out and he made another interview claiming that he's upset because he was called an informer. He informing all the time. You understand? He doing a nonsense all the time. So he's not making any sense with what he's saying that he's not an informer. But he just vexed because the people them skinny up, and you understand what I'm saying? So he needs to rest himself. He needs to stay quiet and shut his mouth because he keep digging a hole for himself and he's going to find himself in jail. And I don't want to say this, but you trusting the guy in the police force with how they just operate. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
My opinion is the guy in the police force should pass him out and then put the blame on Boscom, because they're trying to get Boscom under pressure. That's just my take on it. Okay?
Yep. Who's sharing the live, folks? Who's sharing the live? Who will smash the emoji button for us? Let me go down the road, folks. Share the live broadcast. Smash that emoji button for us.
Hi, Sherrod. Good day.
Good day.
Man, Bacchus, this man the informer, The man right. Bascom right that he's an informer. The man is police informer. So don't really come and tell people, well, gangster don't know, everybody don't know that he's an informer because he get loose from jail upon a pardon. Right? So all we coming and trying and tell people now, I said to Jim Cock bring Ram good. Nobody want to hear we ever tell people right now. Them man are making sense right now. We don't know Caesar and all them is crooked cops. So what Bascom trying to tell people right now is reality. And what Bacchus trying to tell people is fuckery.
Bleep. Sir, I couldn't get that in time, folks. Bleep. Yep. You have it there, folks. You have that there.
We need the FBI, the CIA, or Scotland Yard to come in. We do not trust the RSS. They are only trained for disaster preparedness, for floods and those things, natural disaster, not to do investigations. That is what they were being trained for, not to investigate anything. So why is it that the Guyana Police Force and the presidents running from the FBI to come and investigate?
I hear you there. I hear you there. Yep.
Sharon,
talk to me.
It's crazy how Bacchus could come out now and speak of the man that helped him that actually saved his life. And he know all this stuff about him. You know he's such a bad person. Why did he actually welcome this man to his house? He could have killed Bascom, same way like how we feel Bascom could have killed him, or Bascom want to kill him. Now, the guy in the police force is stupid. Who gonna believe what Bacchus coming forward with now? You know, my instinct telling me that Bacchus getting information from the guy in the police force. So when you say you know a lot of things, all the lot of things that he know is the thing that they're gonna put forward to him to reveal. And you're gonna get yourself tangled because you can't remember all the things that he lie about. So there's a problem. Guyana have a serious problem. That's all I gotta say. But
serious problem. We got a serious problem. My brother's telling us.
Sherrod, good afternoon.
Alison Rock and come in.
Funny, right? That this man, Mr. Caesar, him moving out the way. Let me get a real investigation. How is it they still want that they and a police is the one exposing them? The police force there, it's what more than anything else. Trust me, they need to move. Nobody trusts them with their life because if you got money, you kill somebody, they gonna hide up the evidence of your body gone down for channel.
You know what Alison asking us? You know what Alison asking us there? That makes sense? That's the real question. That makes sense? How come them boys are moving all the way for the investigation?
Hi, Cheryl. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
For me, from the Vice President, the Police Acting Commissioner, Crime Chief, every single one of them should take a lie detector test. That's all we need. A lie detector test, the FBI come and give all of them a lie detector test.
And let me get to the bottom of it.
And we're going to know who really is who. I'm ashamed to be called a Guyanese. They have bring Guyana down to the gutter. You go anywhere, you're ashamed to tell persons you're a Guyanese. They have brought Guyana down. It's real sad. We're in a very sad state. This president came into power at a time, or he came into the government at a time when he can make Guyana better, change the status quo, but he just come and sit in the office and doing the same exact thing they've been doing all the years. Now it's time for a change, and change for the betterment. He is there at a time when he can make a difference, and he should make a difference, but he isn't. He will come down to be the worst president ever in the history of Guyana. Have a good day.
I hear you. I hear you. Rock and come in, Candy, Candy, Candy. Rock and come in. And thanks my sister who made a contribution for us.
Hello, Sharad.
Hello, Candy. Hello.
How are you?
We're trying
My
here.
contribution today is what Balrajak there is saying there. He said they're not going to condone any illegal activities. He's the biggest criminal to the top there. He needs to be investigated and be in jail. As far as I'm concerned, the whole PPP cabal needs to be in jail. And this one with this Bacchus, you can see clearly that he's lying because he got paid. That's why he's switching sides now. He's switching sides because he got paid, and them boys pay you a visit, man. So anybody could see that. At first, he said the truth. The truth is the first press that he stay by. The first speech that he made, the first speech that he made there, that's the truth. So the second one, you can see clearly that that's a lie because he got paid. And Part Ali, what he's talking about the cemetery, he needs to go pay a visit to his boys and them and his voters in there. So he needs to rally there and he needs to have address his people there. That's why he's talking about doing press conference there, because the people and them, the people believe in wickedness, the stink and the wicked and dirty, and they'll never change. Anyway, sure, have a good day.
Thank you for coming through there, Candy. Thank you for coming through there. And I believe we have well, I thought it was our final one, but let's take this one. Let me see where we are. We at a good place. Let me see where we are.
Good afternoon again, Sharon. The same way how they cover Paper Shark's murder, the same way they cover the Henry Bice murder too. We want somebody come out and talk about that too. We want justice there too.
Hear you.
The government and the police force, all of them gonna go to jail. Hi Sharon, good day. Mr. Bacchus better keep him mouth shut, stay quiet because the PPP will kill he and then blame it on Mr. Bascom. And let me tell you, they say he just talking, and then he talking wrong. Is what you think me proper, some proper random, some shit we saying all the time. Anyway, Mark know the thing. Mark Manscap know the thing good. He's a liar.
Guy is different. We're different, folks. We're different. We're different. Very much so. Very much so.
Yeah, good day, Sharon.
Good day. Good day.
Yeah. Even though the previous voice caller said Ali coming at the time for change the landscape, yeah, everything. But just showing you how they love the money so much, they're just greedy, selfish. As you heard Jack the other saying that Tamish and Mohammed them make money and think you think Jack you want here? No, Jack you want here now is making off to make more money again. These people just ripping out this all of the other resource, money, everything. Get the international to investigate everything. Yeah, you don't trust Guyanese. So I'll tell government again, get the international. That's why we give over the evidence. That's all. Because we want things. We tampering with too much of things. We too corrupt in Guyana.
All right, here, my brother. Thanks for coming through. Thanks for coming through there. Thanks for coming through there. I think I have another contributor. Let me see if we have this.
Sharon, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon.
I just want to make a comment on this.
Go right ahead.
Bacchus story.
Go right ahead.
You know, when I listen to that video that Mr. Bacchus make, when you can hardly see his face, I am totally not surprised because black people just be bought for a few dollars more. Now, just because what they offer him, he is putting his brother who saved his life in the first place at risk. Why are we black people like that? Why are we always willing to sell our brothers for a few dollars more? You can see directly that he was reading from something that was not from his heart.
Mm-hmm.
That video was not from his heart. You understand? And trust me, he can find himself in that water and he can call for that same Bascom to help him. Just a matter of time. Trust me. All right? And the president, he reminds me so much of Donald Trump. You can't predict them. You can't follow them. When they go on a stage, you don't know what they will say next. You can't follow them. They're unpredictable. He's a typical example of Donald Trump. Do have a great day, Sharon.
You as well, my brother. And that's going to do it for us today, folks. I want to thank all of our contributors. I want to thank you folks for coming through today. That's going to do it for us. Share the live. Hundreds of you have tuned in and joined us today. We're so grateful. Share the live, folks. Smash that emoji button, folks. And you know it's pushing on to month end now. We got those responsibilities. Watching us, folks, and we know you've helped us every month to do it, and you're going to help us this month again. So please, we invite you guys to partner with us. We're available via Cash App and Zelle and PayPal, MMG, MoneyGram, Western Union as well. Good folks, each donation keeps our programs going, folks. We want to thank you from the bottom of our heart for your generosity. Thank you so much. That's going to do it for us. Thanks to all our contributors that came through today. You made the program what it was. Thanks for coming through, good folks. Peace and power. Pace and power, guys. See you guys back at 8. See you guys back at 8 this evening as we close up in the ring, folks. In the ring. Yep. It's what's happening in the Ghana Police Force, guys. It's what's happening. It's what's happening. Yep. What's happening. That's going to do it for us, guys. Take care. See you guys back this evening. Stay safe. Stay safe.
But when outside faces from foreign places talk about taking over, we ain't backing down. We ain't giving up no mountains. We ain't giving up no trees.